Hey guys, Charles Cormier here, co-founder at PodPire. Thought I'd give you a quick demo of the platform here. So if you've done sales for the past 10 years like I did, and if you've tried cold email outreach and LinkedIn outreach, you'll quickly understand that people buy you before they buy the product, right? So they buy the trust before they buy the product. And people are just tired of just being sales pitched all the time. Hey, buy my shit. They don't even know you, right? So, and you're pitching them from the get-go. What works is the best offer, right? Like odd stuff like this that I'm going to show you today, inviting them to an actual podcast before you're asking them for their wallet, right? So the same approach in cold email works, right? So we're going to use cold email. We're going to target your ICP, your ideal customer persona, but instead of selling them your product, we're going to sell them on the idea of hopping on a podcast and talk about what matters to you and what matters to them, right? So you can picture a Venn diagram here of topics that would eventually lead to you talking about your product and their need of your product anyways. It's pretty genius approach once you understand it. Let me just show you a little bit more about the approach here and how it works. So here you got some campaigns, right? Have you tried cold email outreach before? Like this is sort of a prerequisite here. We need you to understand cold email outreach before you step into any further into this, because cold email outreach is the best modern way to generate leads. Cold email outreach is this here. So basically, you create campaigns that will ask them to hop on an actual podcast. And if you create these campaigns here, you will add some leads. The leads here can be added from Apollo, from LinkedIn Outreach, LinkedIn Sales Nav. They can be added from Clay as well. And they will be sent through these folks here. And once they receive that email, that podcast invitation, they're going to reply, right? Like this. So then you're going to get these folks replying to your podcast. In that case here, I'm targeting VCs. VCs here are some of my favorite ICP. And we have an AI that will book them on your podcast like this, right? So like this here. So you see all these meetings, they're me talking to an ICP that would have otherwise said no to my shit. But because I'm inviting them to a podcast, they're like, yeah, I want the spotlight. I want to talk with a thoughtful human being. No one asks me good questions on a daily basis, not even my wife, right? So they accept for all of these reasons, while they would say fuck no to a demo call or hearing another sales pitch, right? Like people are just tired of that. But they'll say yes to a podcast. So they book in your calendar here. You do the actual podcast. PodPire has a full system to get your podcast on Rails, mostly using tools like StreamYard that allow your guests to connect their own properties. It's pretty exponential, even from a content perspective. But the full point is talking to them on a pod and qualifying them while you're on the call with them. So it's a pretty genius approach. And it's win-win, right? You give before you actually take. Right, so it's very smart, and PodPire basically will scale a bunch of ICPs in your calendar like this, and you will follow up with them with some of our PodPire systems after that to talk about your actual product. Now that you've earned their trust, they may be open to hearing more about your product, right? And you can think of the harder your ICP is to get, the better this approach is, right? Let's say you're targeting big enterprise, for example. Well, this approach is just perfect to close more enterprise deal, right? So it's a bit more work, especially on the mental and ego side. I found, like, us humans, we create a lot of obstacles, like, oh, I'm not a podcaster. But I mean, the question is really like, what are you willing to do to be successful? Right? Like to get a calendar like this and to get money in your bank account. And that's the real question. Most humans are not willing to do that. That's why This product is like savage, right? It'll crush your competition. You'll get first in your ICP's trust box, and then you will keep this ICP for a very long time. If your LTV is high, if your retention rate is high, this is an unfair fucking advantage. That's what it is, this product. And very few people will understand because, yeah, it requires thinking in second order effects. Most people just thinking, oh, direct sales calls. Oh, I will pitch them my direct sales pitch. No, you need to go deeper. Everyone does that. Zig while they zag. So PodPire does that. So just to come back here, we have a follow-up system via email, of course, that will actually lead them to an actual sales calls. And ironically, the close rate is very similar to direct sales calls. It's pretty amazing to see in action. And the real difference, right, with like sales calls, that you'll get 5 to 10x more leads with this approach. That's why it's like almost instant market domination. So yeah, me and my co-founder were like, every salesperson should become a podcaster, right? And this looks and sounds absurd, but once you understand it, and once you let your ego aside, you and go for money, right? Like, you truly understand that this is the approach there. So what are our packages at PodPire? If you go on our website, we have a nice little video here. You can listen. You can see a bunch of other great minds, marketing minds, talking about like the podcast approach, podcast lead gen approach that we call it here. We have a slide deck that explains you like the full components and the full tech stack. You choose a plan, right? So you choose one of these. It will lead you to book a call with me. After we've booked a call, I will send you a kickstart document that looks like this. And basically, yeah, once you fill out your information in this kickstart, the important information here is this, because you own the full cold email outreach stuff, right? Cold email outreach, basically, we're going to go and we're going to create all these mailboxes for you. Make sure that they're warmed up and then send emails, right? Before we receive all these responses. Your mailboxes need to be warm. We also have expertise in that, and we're going to create your full cold email outreach systems. All the mailboxes, it's a proprietary system. It's complex, it's smart, it works, it scales. We use Namecheap for that. The mailboxes, the IMAP, right? And we use SendGrid for the SMTP. And as you've seen on my screen, we use Instantly right now for the Unibox aspects, the AI repliers, and all of that. It's a full-fledged system that I believe you can see on the slides here. It's pretty scalable, and you can see like all the tech stack here. It's pretty complex. It's not something I would attempt to do if I were you. It's like 1,000 moving pieces, and basically it takes a very long time to master each of these pieces, which we did, right? What we've did is truly like a modern sales masterpiece. That's what it is. That's what we created. That's what you get as a client, right? Takes 7 days to warm up the mailboxes. In that meanwhile, we work on your landing pages, your product, your ICP, your campaigns, the contacts. We work on making you look and feel great. And then once this is over with, the 7 days, you get your first leads on in a couple of days. And actually, sometimes we can even start on day one with the podcast. It's quite amazing. We don't even need to wait for the warm up. So great product, hyper scalable. We understand that this one's a bit deeper to understand, but once you get it, and it's something that becomes indispensable, right? It's the modern way to do sales. Like a lot of people complexify things. Well, we found the holy grail here. We found the golden goose, and people are not waking up to it, right? And I'm happy most of people don't, because I'm just undercutting most of my competitor with this approach. It's pretty crazy, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this little demo. I'm free to answer questions. Charles Cormier on LinkedIn, and hopefully we'll work together soon.